Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. I'm so excited to be filming my very first update for my deck of panning project of 2023. This project is so much fun, one of my favorites, and this project was created by none other than Emily from Emily and Max here on YouTube. I always have her linked in my description box as well as her video and channel linked up here in the card. So check her out if you haven't already. She is wonderful and this is such a great project, so thank you to her for inventing it. She was inspired by a TBR book project from Books with Maddie. I'm not familiar with that creator, but always want to give credit where credit is due. This is my second year doing this project and it has become one of my favorites. I love bringing in a deck of cards into a panning project. It makes it a lot of fun and interesting. Emily has a game board that she shuffles so lovingly for us every month so that all the prompts are refreshed for each update. The numbered cards in the deck get jumbled up every month to create variety and keep things fresh, but the faces and the ace cards do stay the same each month. I'm all ready to go here. I have my deck of cards handy, and as many of you know, I just love my Marilyn Monroe deck of cards. So we'll see what is in store for us today. If I need my cards, that must mean that I have a rollout this month. So let's go ahead and talk about the 5 items I've been working on since my introduction video. If you haven't seen my introduction video, go ahead and catch up with it right here before you watch this one. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you also love deck of panning projects, and leave a comment down below at any point to say hi or let me know what you think of my progress or my new choices. The first item is this color corrector from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the medium shade. I brought this in for the card King of Spades, which was for a splurge item. So I thought anything Charlotte Tilbury would fit that bill quite nicely. I decided to bring this in because I had just not really been using it much recently, and I wanted to use this as an excuse to get some progress on it. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 22.92 grams. My goal for this was to hit pan on it. I reached for it 11 times in the past month, and here's what it's looking like today. Now, as you can see, I did hit pan. Today it is weighing 22.92 grams. I used 0.28 grams of product total in those 11 uses, but I was actually able to hit pan on it on the 8th use. So this was used 3 further times after I hit pan on it, just to kind of expand it a little bit more and make it more visible for all of you to enjoy. And with that, I am going to roll this product out. My goal was to have it in for pan or more, which technically I did reach. I hit pan and then used it 3 more times. So I thought I might keep it in a little bit longer just to, I don't know, get further pan. But I want to cycle something out of this project and I hit my initial goal. So let's go ahead and keep things moving and get something fresh into this project. So this one will be rolling out, but I'm happy I was able to get some use on it this month. And I do really like this product. I don't know if it's worth the money, but the packaging alone is just nice to have around. And it's a good product for the job that it fulfills. The next item in the project was this hydraliner from Suva Beauty. This is one of their split pan hydraliners and it's a UV liner. Half of it is blue and half of it is yellow, and they do react and glow under UV light. My goal was to use this item 5 times. Here's what it looked like when I first rolled it in. I only reached for this 1 time in the past month, so I still have 4 uses to go, and here's what it's looking like today. I don't know if you'll see much of a difference there. I actually only used the blue side when I reached for this. I mixed the blue with a pink shade from my corresponding split pan, the Doddle-Doo one that's pink and orange. So I mixed the blue and the pink and I made like a very pale purple. I also mixed it with a white. I did a lot of mixing there. So I mixed the blue, the pink, and the white to get like a pastel purple shade. It was very beautiful. And I mixed that with a green and purple eye look to make something kind of fun and colorful. It kind of gave me like euphoria vibes. I was really enjoying it. So I'll insert a picture of that look right here. You might have seen it on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and check out my page over there. I'm really trying to post more. My makeup Instagram is at Jessiquita Panana with a P, like panning, Jessiquita Panana. I also have my personal Instagram, which is not public right now, but if you want to add me on there, just send me a little message. And if I know you're coming over from my YouTube and you're not like a creepy dude or anything, then I will add you as a follower there as well. And that is at Jessiquita Banana, just like the name of my channel. So 4 more uses on this will be a challenge, but that's why I brought this in. I forgot to mention this was for the card 9 of Hearts, which was for the prompt horoscope. I am a Gemini, and what better than a split pan liner to represent my dynamic split personality, right? You know you love us Geminis. I'm excited to get more use on this. We have a festival season coming up. I'm going to a few concerts. I mean, not until May, but I'm fine with just taking my time on this one. I also have a lot of green eyeshadows in my pan those eyeshadows, my pan that palette, and also my Project Level Up going on right now. So I would love to mix the yellow and blue here, make a nice UV green, and maybe have a fun night out with that. Find some UV light in my neighborhood and get my glow on, you know? So that one will be fun to continue on with and challenge myself to do some fun graphic eyeliner looks like the last one I was able to create this month. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep the creativity flowing. If you have any ideas for me, please leave them in the comments. I love being inspired by you all. Next is my little sample size of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, or it's like the travel size, I guess. I don't know, the mini. It's not the full size product. Thank goodness, because that item is so expensive, and with the amount of money I was spending, I just wanted to give this product a try to see if it was something I really liked in my routine before I spent the big bucks on it. And I found that I really do like it, but I definitely want to try the e.l.f. dupe of this before I commit to purchasing an expensive $50 bottle of this primer. This item was brought in for the 4 of Diamonds, which was a primer last month. And I consider this to be a primer in the sense of how I use my makeup. It's not like a true primer where it's really making my makeup like last any longer, but it is adding a nice glow underneath my base products. So this was pretty new when I brought it in. My goal was to use it 30 times or more. It was weighing 33.65 grams when I first brought it in. I actually reached for it 19 times in the past month. Today it's weighing 32 grams, so I used 1.65 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. It is showing a little line of demarcation towards the bottom right there, and I'm starting to see some windowing on the side when I move my little paddle around. So we are getting a good amount of progress on this item, and that feels good. And I'm actually really enjoying it. I've been using this basically on the high points of my cheeks and on my forehead and my nose, and then I cover that with my concealer, blend that out, top with my powder foundation, and that's basically my base. And I think it is adding like a nice little glow to my concealer. I'm also wearing highlighter today, but I have this like on my forehead, and you can see like a nice glow going there. And I'm just loving the glowy look that's popular right now. I know that the matte look's kind of making a comeback a little bit, but with my maturing skin, I found that it does really help to just kind of create that radiance and youthful look that, you know, might be fading slowly in my late 30s. But, you know, we're still gorgeous. We're still beautiful. I'm not trying to like subscribe to that society standard of like, as soon as you reach 30, you're just like dead to the world. Age is nothing, right? I'm going to age gracefully, and the Hollywood Flawless Filter might help me get there. So that one is going to stay in. I have a goal of reaching for it 11 more times. I definitely think I can accomplish that in the next month and hopefully roll this out by the next update. And I might bring it in at some point into a painting project to try and finish this year. We'll see. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. The next card I picked was a 9 of Diamonds, which allowed me to pick my own space. So I went for the space that was labeled nostalgic. I forget exactly what space that was, but I was drawn to this prompt because I love all things nostalgia related. I'm a sucker. I really just have this like longing for the past sometimes. So I thought a product that was pretty nostalgic here in the YouTube makeup community is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, just because like everybody has had this bronzer, it seems like, and everybody loves this bronzer. And so many people have panned this bronzer, including myself. This item was brand new when I first brought it in. It was untouched. It was looking like this. My goal was to reach for this item 20 times total. It was weighing 57.59 grams when I rolled it in. I reached for it 7 times, and here's what it's looking like today. It now weighs 57.17 grams, so I've used 0.42 grams of product in those 7 uses, and I now have 13 more uses to go. And this is the shade Bronzer, which is their, I think, lightest shade, I want to say. I don't think it's their lightest shade anymore, but it originally was their lightest shade, if I remember correctly. And I've already panned a shade of this, and I remember having this problem then. The shade is just too light for me. Right now, my skin tone is about the lightest it gets in the year. We've just come out of winter time. I haven't gone on any like tropical vacations and been exposed to a lot of sun. I wear a ton of sunscreen because of the Accutane treatment I'm on, and this is my skin tone. Like, it's not gonna get any lighter. My mother-in-law was saying the other day how tan I was. I was trying to explain to her that this is just like my normal skin tone. I'm not tan. This is just like where I am naturally. It's the Sicilian blood in me. It gives me that olivey undertone, I believe. So this one is just really hard for me to wear, even right now. Even when I'm at my palest, it's hard to show up. I had to really layer this today, and I actually put another bronzer on top of it because I just didn't feel like it had the pigment that I wanted in the look that I was trying to achieve. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm pretty sure, is use it 13 more times to reach my 20 use goal. Just kind of evaluate it a little bit further, and if I'm still feeling this way by the next update or once I reach that 20 use goal, I think I might find a better home for this shade. I have 2 shades of this bronzer in my collection, this one and deep bronzer is clearly a better shade for me. It just shows up so much better on my skin tone, and this one just takes a little bit too much finessing and working to get the look that I'm trying to achieve. So we'll see if I have a friend who's interested in this. It's a beautiful bronzer. I think I have one in mind who will enjoy it, who's just a little bit more fair toned than me, and hopefully she will adopt it, because I don't want it to go to waste. I want it to have a good home. I want it to live its full life as a bronzer and just grace the cheeks of beauties out there in the world and be happy. That's all I want for anybody, even my bronzers, is just to, meet their full potential. So that one is gonna stay in with me for just a little bit longer. And I'm happy that this project might help me to make a choice on a product that just isn't really fitting the needs of what I need in my makeup collection, and it can move out and stop taking up space. And the last card I selected last month in my introduction was none other than the Joker card. For the first time ever, I pulled the Joker. If you are not familiar with this project, the Joker card means that you have to pan something that you really don't want to pan, either something that you really don't want to reach for, it's really hard to reach for, like a red lipstick, or in my case, a gel liner. So this is from ColourPop. This is one of their cream gel liners, and this is in the shade Fast Lane, and it's like a really deep, like teal, blue, green color. And I thought that this would be too dry to use as a liner, but alas, I have created my wing today with this gel eyeliner and just like a really small angled brush. And I really love how it looks. I feel like it really ties together the rest of the green in my look and just adds like a little pop of interest and something a little bit unique and different. And I have had a lot of fun reaching for it, just kind of like challenging myself. Let me clean my hands before I get green all over my new white turtleneck. This is something that I've had in my collection for years and just keep meaning to reach for and keep forgetting to. So I think the Joker was a great excuse to finally pull it in and really challenge myself to get some good use on it. My goal was to use it 30 times. Here's what it looked like when I first rolled it in. It was weighing 36.68 grams. I was able to reach for it just 6 times, which isn't great, but it's better than nothing. And here's what it's looking like today. And I hope you'll be able to see a small difference in the shape of that surface right there. A little bit of a dip starting to form. It weighed 36.68 grams when I rolled it in. It now weighs 36.68 grams. So I used 0.07 grams of product in those 6 uses, which feels really insignificant, but I just dug my nail into it. God damn. Which may seem really small and insignificant, but I'm hoping you'll at least see some nice visual progress even in just 6 uses. So in true form to a Joker item, this is gonna stay in. We have a little bit of a long haul going on it, 24 more uses. I'm not gonna stress on it too much. I'm just gonna try and reach for it consistently as it's in this project, and we will get to those 30 uses hopefully in just a couple more months. And if it was an easy product to reach that usage goal on, then it wouldn't be a true Joker item. So I'm okay with having a little bit of a challenge, and I'm having a lot of fun with green looks in the meantime, including this one. Those are my 5 items. So that means we have these 4 staying in with us for another month or 2 or 3 or 4. Let's see. And I have just 1 item rolling out this month that I hit my goal on of reaching pan. So I'm going to draw 1 new card for my deck and bring in 1 new item to go with it. I have all 52 cards here for the deck, and then I have that 1 Joker. So I'll go ahead and get that Joker into the deck, give it a few shuffles, and we'll draw a card. I'm happy I at least get to draw 1 new card this month. I was a little nervous there. My goals are kind of ambitious for my items right now, and that's how I like it. I like to push myself, challenge myself. That's like the whole point of these projects for me. And for this project, I try and treat it like a shop my stash type of strategy, where I'm just trying to bring in items that are otherwise not being reached for in my collection and forcing myself to get some use on them. I've shuffled the deck a few times. I'm going to cut it in the middle, and those cards on top, or the card on top, this one right here, will be the card that I'm working on. So let's see what we have. Okay, a 5 of clubs. Whew, I'm happy. I was a little nervous that I would get the Joker again, just knowing my luck this month, but 5 of clubs should be pretty innocuous. I have the game board pulled up right here. I forgot to insert it in. Go ahead and check out what the game board is looking like. And as you can see, the 5 of clubs is, again, astrology sign. What? That's crazy. Didn't you shuffle this, Emily? I know you did, because that was a different card last month. Well, what are you gonna do? Geminis are the twins, so I might as well have 2 items from my astrology sign that I'm working on. So let me think on that. What else can I bring in that makes me think of Gemini, makes me think of the astrology sign? Give me one moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I had to get a little bit creative with this one. I only have so many split pan items in my collection. I didn't want to bring in a product for the exact same reason, just because there's like 2 different colors in it or 2 different sides of the pan or anything like that. So to try and mix some things up, I did a little research on the Gemini horoscope. You know, it's an air sign. So I was thinking, is there anything with the word air in its name in my collection? And then I was thinking about what planet the Gemini constellation is under, and that is Mercury. So I was thinking about reaching for my Mercury retrograde palette or the shade Mercury in there, but I have enough eyeshadows, so I just wanted to like not overwhelm myself with that. And then I came to my potted singles and I saw that I had this one that is called Birthday Cake. And since my birthday is in the time of Gemini, I thought that that was a fitting selection. And I really do need to get use on my ColourPop potted singles. These are the Super Shock shadows. So I decided to go ahead and reach for one. And this is in the shade Birthday Cake. Like I said, it's like a very shimmery pink. Here's what it looks like in the pan. It's really pretty and sparkly. And I love a pink on the lid. Here's what it looks like in the swatch. Now that I'm swatching it, it actually feels quite dry, a little bit crumbly, but all the more reason to reach for it and try and get some use on it. I would love it if I could hit pan on this item. I think I could hit pan on this pretty easily with maybe just, I don't know, 15 or less uses. So that will be my goal for this item. We'll see how it performs during that time. And if I find it to be too crumbly and dry, it might even get decluttered after I hit pan on it, which again is a great way for me to get use on an item that I've forgotten about and reevaluate if it still has a place in my collection and move it out if not. So that is my new item. I hope you like it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely check out Emily's channel and all the other people doing Deck of Panning. There are so many fun creators doing it and they are a lot of fun to watch. That is all from me today. I hope you're doing really well out there and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.